What's up, guys? How are you? It's Thursday, fucking Friday Eve. And guess what? We got some new music for you tonight. And yes, we're going to be playing some music. We got some shit for you. Do you want to hear some music before anybody else? Because y'all are going to get that opportunity right now. So you know what? Let's just have some fucking fun and roll the fucking intro.
In place to keep us in chains by a show of hands. Who else is sick and tired of the same 1%? Trying to keep us small, trying to keep us from getting out, minimizing the struggles they've caused, saying we're not working hard enough.
We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome everybody to Suck It. I am the great and powerful King of Kings, Prince of all that is awesome, Derek. How are you tonight on this Thursday, May 27th of the fucking horrible year that has been 2021. Welcome to Friday Eve, one of my favorite days of the week, because now we get to look forward to Friday, and then this weekend for most of us is a 3-day weekend, because we got Memorial Day on Monday. So, I hope you guys get out of town, enjoy, some nice weather, do some things you weren't able to do last Memorial Day, possibly, depending on your state. Don't do anything illegal. Well, actually, no, fuck that. Do anything you fucking want. If it's illegal, I don't give a shit. Just have some fucking fun. Do whatever you gotta do. Just enjoy yourself, because that's what this weekend's all about. In memoriam of, shit that, our country has gone through, and live it up however the way you want to. I don't know if that's right, and I doubt it is, but you know what? That's how I'm looking at it this weekend, so fuck it. So anyway, tonight, I have a band on with me that I had on a couple weeks back by the name of Winter Forever from Boise, Idaho, and their new album LÄVITAS drops tonight at midnight on the Pacific side and 3 a.m. on the Eastern side, everywhere you can download. So please take a look at that. The pre-save is up and it's in the bio. If you didn't pre-save it, go back and get it tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, because it is a banger. It is a fucking banger. We're going to preview a couple of the songs. One song's already been out, so you're going to get to listen to the single. And then we're just going to play a random song from tonight, just to kind of give you a little bit of a tease, build up the heat a little bit more to get you ready for this album tomorrow. So you know what? Let's just get right to it. Let's just go ahead and join the boys from Winter Forever. What's up, guys?
Up?
Hey, Chris,
Hey.
How are you? How is everybody?
Yeah.
Good.
What's going on? How's life in Boise?
I was gonna make the joke long time no see, and I guess I just did make it now. But...
Yeah, I mean, it was what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Not even.
Yep. I had
Boise's
better lighting
pretty
this time.
Yeah. You were definitely looking better tonight.
So Boise's pretty good because Chris has good lighting now. So that's
Yep.
that's Boise. That's
as
the
long
only
as-
new news out of Boise.
As long as Chris has good lighting, that's what matters. To see that beautiful
That's the
beard, to see that beautiful
that's the
bearded
interview.
face. Yep. We got to make sure that beautiful bearded face is shown on camera the right way, because us men, we gotta sport it properly.
Damn.
Sorry, Corey.
Sorry, Corey. Last time, Corey, we complimented you a lot and about how well of a songwriter you were and how great of a singer you were. But tonight, I think we're just gonna shit on you. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Just a roast. Surprise.
Oh,
Damn,
and
dude.
Max talks. Look at that. See, everyone last time was
Dude.
like, Max doesn't talk. Max is gonna talk tonight. Look at that.
Yeah, Jess and I have the tendency to monopolize the conversation. So with Jess not being here, maybe Max can jump in.
I gotta fill the room somehow.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna figure it
Yeah.
out.
Jess
I'll
was
do
the
some
invisible
vessel
voice
for
last
Jess.
time.
Yeah, he's on the road. He's on the road to Colorado, I think. Yeah, with his girlfriend. So
What's he
he
going?
wasn't able to make it tonight.
What's he
but-
going to Colorado for? Was it
Family stuff, I
vacation?
think.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That is a hell of a place to go because when the family stuff, gets overwhelming, then you can just smoke some weed and not have to fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, technically, you can do that anywhere, but
Technically,
it's not-
yes.
yeah.
I mean, in theory, you can do that anywhere. I mean, but I only encourage you to do it where it's legal. I mean, because I got to be politically correct.
Well, hey, if you're white, you'll probably just get a slap on the wrist anyway. So.
Oh, damn. That's completely wrong, but very true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucked. Welcome to America, people.
Thanks, I hate it.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I mean, we're celebrating Memorial Day, on Monday, which is supposed to be, in honor of the troops that died for us, and and giving us the freedoms that we enjoy. But you know what? It feels like we're in a prison this last year.
Yep. You're free to not have health care.
And free to get murdered by police officers.
Yep.
You're free to, get your transgender reassignment, but can't play sports. All that stuff that is so precious to this country.
Yeah. What's that fucked up thing going on is that Tennessee where you have to post the paper now if you serve transgender people?
Yeah. So Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Tennessee, the Dakotas, and a bunch of West Virginia and a couple others, are all
The usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects have all, made laws preventing, transgender sports and all this other stuff. And there's this one case right now that's going on. I just read about it today. I didn't see about where it was. I think maybe it was Georgia. And it's a transgender boy, and he's graduating, and they're refusing to use his new name. They're wanting to call him by his dead name. And he's like,
cool.
I'm not going to walk. And they're like, well, then you don't have to, but this is how we're going to do it because you're a girl. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm a boy. And yeah, so it's, all this, it's just mind boggling, especially, we're 3 to 4 days away from Pride Month, and we're still in the middle, hot and fresh, and Mental Health Awareness Month, and you would think that we would learn from our mistakes last year, but no, we're just making it worse this year. It's just a different group of people.
Yeah, and if you're
I
sad
think
about
a lot
all
of
that,
people will forget about it when Pepsi releases their rainbow-colored cola for the whole month.
And you
They'll
know
go
what?
back to terrible.
It's sad that that kind of stuff. It's little things like that brings us hope. Like last year, I remember Oreo did a Pride. Oreo. Did rainbow Oreos, and the right lost their shit, and the left was like, "Yay, praise Oreo." But nothing really happened of it. I mean, it didn't really get much national press. I mean, it was all over YouTube, but it wasn't on national television. It didn't really get much airtime, and so it didn't really do much. So it's like,
well, sadly, a lot of the stuff corporations do for Pride, I feel, is performative and
That's a cash grab.
Or a tax.
yeah,
Thanks, Nabisco.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
you're not wrong.
I
mean, if you're gonna
but
buy,
hey,
go ahead.
like in a capitalist system, if you're going to be performative, at least be performative for good things, I guess. But yeah, it can feel disingenuous to me sometimes. But
yeah, I was reading an article today about that exact subject. If you're gonna buy Pride stuff, make sure you're buying Pride stuff from good sources. You know,
Yep.
believe it or not, Target this year is actually doing good stuff with their Pride line. So, you know, Target I endorse. Obviously, you know, the Human Rights Campaign, you know, their stuff is obviously a good stuff. So if you're going to buy it from good places. Don't just buy it from Joe Bob down the street just trying to make a quick buck from Spreadshirt or some shit.
There's probably some LGBTQ owned businesses in your area that you could support as well. So
Exactly.
just do a little research.
Yep, and I'll be doing a bunch of stuff next month with the Trevor Project and the Human Rights Campaign and the LGBTQ Task Force, probably PFLAG, and a bunch of other. I mean, I'm going to be doing them all next month, so keep a lookout for that. And I'm doing it for the right causes, so I'm not trying to sell merchandise. I'm just trying to raise money and donations for them. So we're going to do that next month, so it's going to be fun. But you know, this whole thing circles back to, you know, a conversation that we had before and a conversation that I've had since the pandemic kind of started and we've lost music and we've lost all this other stuff, that all this kind of stuff has been at the forefront more now than ever, whether it be BLM, you know, LGBTQ, whether it be, you know, just the whole 9 yards, all this political crap has been more at the front line because we haven't had entertainment to kind of drown it out. And like, it's like now we're more aware of it. Yes, it's always been there, as you know, it's always been this bad in this country, unfortunately. But now it's kind of like now it's been slammed in our face. You can't turn on the, you know, TV. You can't open up Twitter or Facebook without seeing something along those lines of hate. And it's just like, when is it going to stop? And I think with the addition of music coming back, you know, now with all these tours coming out, I'm hoping that it gets drowned out again, at least.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that. Like, I don't hope BLM gets drowned out. Obviously, that's a very important movement. And
well, maybe drowned out is a bad word. Maybe it. Okay, that's not the word I wanted to use. Not so much drowned out, but we're more. I can't even think of how I want to put this. I said this to you guys before. It made sense before. Now I can't make sense of it. Like we're able to talk more openly about it without hating. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more. It's instead of a finger pointing and you're fucked up or you're wrong and you're wrong and you're wrong. Maybe we can finally just get back to at least having a conversation about it through, you know, because of entertainment. And now it's just that's the only thing we can do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, music can definitely be a like bridge. A unifier. Yeah, a bridge, yeah. I think, not to get political again, I think a lot of the divisiveness comes from the president we just had. His base, it's kind of hard to talk with them in any meaningful way just because of, you know, the things they stand for are so diametrically opposed to things that a lot of us and, you know, the more left-leaning music scene believe in. Sometimes it's hard to approach that any other way than saying like, well, if that's what you believe, fuck you. Sorry, like we have to protect the people you're against. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But music can definitely be a good unifier. Our record's pretty sad, so.
A lot of people can identify with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last time. It does definitely have a mental health core at its, you know, at its roots. This album, which, you know, is perfectly, you know, that you guys are releasing it at the tail end of Mental Health, Awareness Month, which is, you know, kudos to you guys. I don't know if that was a conscious decision or not, but it was definitely the right decision regardless, because it does have those undertones, and which, you know, is needed, you know, because people need that release, and I think you guys are definitely going to be able to give that release to them with this album.
Corey definitely writes cathartic lyrics. Sorry, go ahead, Corey.
No, you're good. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think it was ever intentional, but that's a very big part of our music. You know, dealing with mental health and depression and kind of wading through it and trying to find a healthy way to cope with it. So, yeah, hopefully people can connect with it in a way that's meaningful to them and they can get some kind of peace or relief out of it. But yeah, for us, like making the record, I think was the same cathartic feeling. We just we're finally able to get a lot of those the things out and said. So now that they're spoken, it's not like something that me personally is holding inside anymore. But
yeah,
very cool time to release it, I think, and yeah, I hope that it helps people.
I mean, I hope so too, because again, at its core, I think music is definitely a unifier, like Chris said. And it helps people on just a level that other things can't do. And I'm not talking about just regular music that you can listen to on the radio or Spotify or anything else like that. No, I'm talking about whether it be opera, whether it be theater. I mean, how many times has people watched Hamilton over the last year and just kind of felt really good about themselves after watching Hamilton? It's one of those. It's the music and it's all the stuff like that. It's everything about it. Entertainment helps people cope. Music,
Mm-hmm.
And it is above all else. I think music above all else does that better than anything else.
Well, especially going to a live show. Like, I don't know how many times you've been in a room with a bunch of people singing a band, and all of a sudden you feel connected to these people, even though you've never met them before.
Yeah.
Because the shared experience of live music really can't be like replicated, I don't think. So losing that over the last year has definitely not been good. I think people like could have used some of that catharsis, but unfortunately it wasn't safe to do that.
Yeah.
So but hopefully we can get back to that soon.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, when you go to whether it's a metal show, a pop punk show, a hardcore show, or whatever the case might be, and you're at these shows with 50 other people or 10,000 other people, there's a connection, an undeniable connection that we have together as a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a human race that we have with that band up on stage. And if it's a powerful song that's helped us through stuff, and you can see it, that expression on their face, and you can feel the aura in the room or on the field, wherever it's at, you're coming onto something special.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I hope this doesn't come across as like too self-flattering or anything like that, but I've heard a lot of people who have heard our music so far just feel like it's kind of difficult to put us in one specific genre or category and classify us in a way. And I think that in situations like feeling, community with people you're at shows with, I like to think maybe that'll bring in a lot more people with different interests and different types of music.
Yeah, and this is a conversation that I've had quite a few times in the last couple weeks, is that whole, enough is enough in the rock genre, and I'm talking about all the different subgenres. Enough is enough with that kind of stuff. If you're a rock guy, be a rock guy. Don't just say I'm just punk or I'm just metal or I'm just thrash or I'm just 80s hair metal. Enjoy the stuff that's around you. I've rediscovered ska, I've rediscovered punk, I've rediscovered,
Now you're talking my language with ska.
yeah, I mean, even big band over the last year. I talked to a big band today that's going to be airing tomorrow, and it's like, man, I forgot about big band with horns and this and that, Or when I talked to Five Iron Frenzy, it's like, oh my god.
Oh, that is a blast from the past.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's like, oh my god, ska music. I completely forgot about ska music. Or same thing when I talked to Half Past Two, again, another ska band. It's like, man, I forgot about ska. And it's like, okay, now I can get into this again. And, it's like I'm going back and listening to old Sublime and old 311 and, all this other stuff, Mighty Mighty Bosstones and all this other stuff. I was like, oh my God, man, I miss that kind of stuff. And if you think about it long enough, it's like, yeah, you used to like, if you're a rock guy in any which way, shape, or form, there's stuff that you're not listening to now that you used to listen to at some point in time. And there's so much of that now underground, I hate that word, or indie now that is abundant. Find it and listen to it and enjoy it, because those guys needed much recognition as everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole subgenre battle in rock music can start to feel a little cliquey, for sure. I mean, I don't fault anybody for what they like. If that's all you like, that's all you like. But it's a shame to only listen to such a small amount of music, for sure.
Yeah, 'cause
So
the same thing, happens when you go to a festival, and we've all seen it. We've talked about it. I'm sure I think we talked about it too last time. But when you buy tickets to a $135 4-day festival and you only show up for the headliners and all those other bands are forgotten about that are opening up, why don't they deserve your recognition? They got your money, but you're not going to show them a little bit of a clap. You're not even going to show them your eyes or face. You're not even going to eat a hot dog while sitting down while smoking a joint in the back of the crowd. Why can't you just be there? Show some type of support. Do something.
yeah, this isn't quite on the same scale, but I had a friend who just posted the other day. He's a touring artist, and he posted something on the lines of like, "Hey, if you're a local band, like, and you've got a touring band coming through, and they're not super famous, like, if you committed to play the show, then be there for the whole 2.5 hours. Like, if you can't be there for the whole show, if you leave after your set, we don't want your 20-minute set." Like, and I'm like, that's true, because it feels crappy to roll through a town and then the locals leave and take half the crowd with them because it was all their friends or something. Like, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, I saw that last year or a couple years ago when I went and saw a show in Baltimore. It was kind of the reverse though. One of my favorite bands, Ice Nine Kills, was opening up for Atreyu. And when Ice Nine was up on stage, that whole place was packed out of its mind. But then as soon as Ice Nine left, Memphis May Fire was on next, and people started leaving. And then Atreyu's, and by the time Atreyu, like it was half full. It's like, wait a second, that's kind of a reverse of what normally happens. But either way, it's the same thing. Yeah, Atreyu's kind of fallen off and aren't as good as they used to be, in my opinion. But they're still Atreyu. They're 20+ year band, and they deserve that type of recognition too. But it's the same type of things happens both ways.
you've got a visitor.
Yeah, I know. She ran in yelling "Hola, soy Dora," and now it's just now has decided to dive bomb the show like she always does. She did this earlier today too, and at least once or twice a week. This is my life.
Yep.
If you have
Hi there.
If you have children, she can't hear you, but so I'll tell. But but this is life with children.
Oh, I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old.
I have a 10-year-old.
I'm very aware.
10-year-old and a 19-year-old. The 19-year-old's an asshole and doesn't live here anymore, but.
And also does not know how to drive.
Yeah, but all right, you can go now.
I have a dog. So
Bye.
When are we gonna take the dogs for a
he's like 49 in dog years. So he's not really a kid, but he's still a child.
person my dad met on the internet.
She said bye. Man. But yeah, back to what we were saying. So yeah, it's like it's either way, whether it's the reverse, so you're leaving before a headliner or leaving after, whatever. Just again, give the bands the recognition they deserve. This, especially with all these new tours and festivals coming out. A lot of these bands that are opening up for, like for example, in Chicago with Lollapalooza opening up for Foo Fighters, are the bands that have been around the last year putting out songs because the big bands weren't. So give them the recognition they deserve.
I will say that I have some hope that because of the pandemic and how starved everybody's been for, any type of live anything, I'm hoping that, once we're able to hit the road again, the hunger is going to be, because, I mean, there's a million bands out there. You get it if, you don't want to go see a band every night. If you live in a big city, there's probably a band playing every night. But I'm just hoping that people are ready for live music again, like they really want it to happen, because it feels that way on social media and stuff. So
yeah, I mean these festivals have sold out in a matter of days. Most of them are already sold out. So if you haven't gotten your tickets to Louder Than Life, or Welcome to Rockville, or Aftershock, or all these other ones that are Incarceration and all this other stuff. Yeah, if you haven't got your tickets by now, you're not going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was joking with Chris about this recently, that Furnace Fest, that big one, and you have a ton of huge name bands that are going to be playing. I joked with Chris that was probably the easiest fest to book ever, like in the history of music, because there's likely all this built up anticipation, like, hey, we want to get out and tour and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think that was on the show last time. Actually, we were joking
Yeah,
that
definitely.
the managers were just like taking every festival offer that came.
Yep.
So,
Which is the right thing to do, especially this year.
yeah,
You know, because I mean, it's you know, again, it's something that's been missed, and I think it's at the heart of a lot of the mental illness, you know, rising over the last year. I think it's a, you know, and I'm not talking about just music. I'm talking about movies and, you know, opera and ballet and theater and everything that you used to be able to enjoy that you can't now do unless you're watching it at home through a live stream or on YouTube, or you bought a DVD of it, or you're watching Disney Plus of, like I said, Hamilton, you know. But, you know, other than that, you know, we haven't been able to do that kind of stuff. So take advantage of it. And honestly, you know, I think a lot of our mental health issues will start to subside again, and we can start to hopefully get back to somewhat of a normal, you know, situation again.
I think well, like any good therapist will tell you that like a lot of mental illness is not isolation makes it worse. Like I know when you're depressed, I don't know this firsthand, but I'm told when you're depressed, you don't like you're you want to isolate, which can be the opposite of what you actually need.
I'm guilty
and so, you know, being forced to isolate for, you know, everybody's health this last year, just can't have been easy on people with mental health issues. So I feel for them, and I'm hopefully just not just as an artist, but as someone like a member of the community, I'm hoping it gets safe real quick to be able to do this again. So
I
mean, that's one thing that I didn't want to, or that I missed out on the last time that we were on the show, is I would totally want to plug just counseling in general. Like, I feel like the world would be a much better place if more people just tried going to counseling, even just one time. For a lot of people, it is accessible. Unfortunately, for quite a few people, it's not. But if you have the means to go, if anybody who's listening to this is looking for a sign, I would say this is your sign. Definitely go give it a shot. I know from experience it's helped me a lot dealing with depression that I medicate for and everything else. It's made a big difference for me.
You know, so I think that's a pretty good segue. So I'm going to go ahead and run an ad for the sponsor of this evening, which is BetterHelp. And
oh, nice.
Which, you know, I guess is a great segue based on what we just said. So I'm going to go ahead and run that ad, and we'll be right back. Tonight's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an app that allows you to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, connect with your therapist to make sure that you're getting the best help possible. BetterHelp is different in the fact that you don't have to go to your Cigna or Blue Cross Blue Shield website, look through thousands and thousands of therapists in your area that may or may not be accepting new patients, and then have to wait weeks upon weeks to get into that waiting room, and then wait an hour or two to get to see that person in that waiting room, only to find out that you don't connect on that personal level, and they're not what you need. BetterHelp avoids all that. They connect you with a therapist, and then you can choose right away whether or not you like them and decide whether or not you want to get a different one. BetterHelp is different because of that. And when you go to betterhelp.com/SIPod, you get 10% off your first month. BetterHelp is the best therapy app out there today. There's nothing better. And I'm so grateful to have connected with them because I use them. And as someone who speaks from a mental health perspective, who has bipolar, it helps me every day. And I hope that they can help you as well. As a matter of fact, I know they can. So again, do yourself a favor, go to betterhelp.com/SIPod for 10% off your first month. BetterHelp. You can't go wrong. All right, we're back. All right, so again, a great segue there, Max. Thank you very much for that one.
You bet.
But no, you're not wrong. Thanks to BetterHelp, I get services, on them, and I utilize it every Sunday. I get on the phone and just virtually talk once a week, 9 o'clock on Sunday nights, and just spout. It helps, and whether it doesn't really matter if it's that or Talkspace or whatever else, but if you're afraid of looking for a therapist, or you've had unsuccessful things in the past, the internet and apps now are better than they've ever have been. So give it a shot either way. Because we want you to be around to come see these music. We want you to come around and see these bands that deserve you being there. Your friends and family want you to be there. So don't let this be the end of it.
Yeah, and you may not believe it right now, but the world's a better place with you in it. So anything you can do to switch your perspective on that, I would highly encourage.
Exactly. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about some music and play some music. So you know what? Let's go ahead and play for everyone at home. Let's go ahead and play the single off of it, Inadvertently. Let's go ahead and play that. And we'll come back and we'll talk about it, and we'll go from there.
Sweet.
It's true.
All right, so we are back. Woo! Dan, hold on. All right, there we go. Now we're back. Sorry.
Sweet. No worries.
I forgot I muted myself inside of Zoom too. I love that tune. I know y'all couldn't
Thank
hear it,
you.
but you've heard it a bunch of times. But you guys play the song,
Thousands.
so
Yeah.
So you didn't need to hear it through the audio. But I love that tune. Especially at the end there. Talking about you never took responsibility, and to see just the Corey, you did a great job. With everything as far as your facial expressions and really selling the emotion behind that song, and the rest of you guys did a great job as well. But when Chris, you're behind behind the drum set and you're focused and your eyes are closed and you're just feeling it. But Chris, you did a great job with everything as far as that song goes.
Oh, thank you.
Corey, that's what I meant to say. Corey, you did a great job with it. Chris, you did a great job too. Just because you're the drummer doesn't mean anything. But Corey, you did a great job of selling it with the emotion in your eyes and the way you were playing the guitar.
I'm gonna pretend like you meant it to me, and I'm gonna take that for it.
I'm just the bassist, so I did things okay.
Yeah.
That's the best bassist can do.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it was pretty easy to do. Just that song is pretty meaningful in itself. So it's one of those things that pretty much all of our songs, I feel like I relive them every time we play them. So it's easy to feel those things.
I'll say a quick shout out to our buddy Adam Wright,
Damon
who
Films.
runs Damon Films. He's the one who directed that. And then Jess,
Him and Jess,
our
yeah.
our guitarist, kind of took charge of building that set. We all helped a little, but they were the main force behind that video. And then of course Corey with the acting. So yeah, it was a team effort.
Shout out to Max's garage for looking like a fucking house. That was
that was Max's garage.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, after like 12 hours of labor.
yep.
Yeah, Jess built most of the set, I think, just kind of with his own two hands and tools and whatnot. So it was really impressive to see what he could turn out in I don't know. I think we tried to build the set over like a 2-week period, and it was just like how convincing all that turned out.
Yeah, it turned out really, really good. So I've watched that video 10 times now just on my phone, but this is the first time I've watched it on a full screen. Was that a Green Day poster in the background that fell down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Dookie.
That was Dookie. I was like, okay, is that?
Yeah.
I kept looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute, is that Dookie? Yeah.
You could say that we dropped a Dookie on video.
But should you?
I mean,
No, I think so. I just said
This interview's over.
Yeah.
this will be the last episode of Suck It Podcast.
Yeah.
one of my favorite my favorite television show of all time is a show called Scrubs, and in the final season, and not the intern season, that season doesn't exist, but the final season, season 8, JD is talking to his intern Joe. And he's like, just be yourself. Quit being, this preppy person. Just be yourself. Be yourself. He's like, she goes, after 4 years of med school and all these, masculine professors talking about, be a lady, be a lady, be a lady, and they wouldn't know a strong woman if it hit him in the face. I am just so happy to hear you say that. I could drop a deuce right here. And he goes, well, don't do that, Joe. It's a hospital. And you saying that just now, that's exactly what that reminded me of.
Yeah, no, that show's a classic.
Oh,
I used to watch it all the time.
That honestly, that show, you're talking about, being secluded and not, being out there when you're having those mental health days, and someone who's bipolar, that happens to me quite frequently, and I do seclude myself. But I seclude myself inside that television show. So I'll go on to Hulu, and I will turn on Scrubs, and I will laugh, I will cry, and I'll feel like I'm a member of the cast. It's one of those things that it really kind of sucks me out of my depression, just because I see the hurt and the pain that some of these other people are going through, and knowing that other people deal with that same type of thing really kind of helps me through it.
Yeah. Corey's got a
plane.
F-18 flying over his backyard, so
I thought those were just demons.
yeah.
Like the ambient sound that follows them.
Corey, you being hunted, man?
Probably.
Okay,
I don't know.
What'd you do this time?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
He lives pretty close to the airport in Boise, so whenever we're hanging out in his backyard, all of a sudden we'll have to stop talking for 5 minutes while the jet roars by.
So,
It's a slow jet.
we're roughly 5 hours away from, the debut release of LÄVITAS.
Actually, it's only like 3 hours. 3 hours and 15 minutes. It goes live at midnight Eastern time.
Is it Eastern time? Okay, so I had it backwards.
Yeah.
So I was off by 3 hours. I thought it was Pacific time.
No,
So we're 3 hours and 15 minutes away from it. How are you guys feeling?
I'm nervous as hell. I don't know. This is a lot of stuff that, like, the last 10 years of my life and the last 2 that we've been working on this. So I hope people like it, I guess. I don't know. I've been waiting to see reactions, but now I actually have to deal with it. So it's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I didn't get the link until 5 minutes before the show went on, so I haven't heard it yet. So I do have the link now, thanks to Max. So we are going to play one more track off of it. I'm going to let you pick it, Corey. I'm really excited. I really, really am. I mean, just the way, the first track, like I said, inadvertently was composed, and the lyrics that you put to it, it really drew me in. And sometimes when I hear a band, I have to listen to 2 or 3 songs to really kind of get an idea of who they are or what they are. And yeah, maybe I'm a little bit jaded because I've talked to you guys now twice, and I already know who you guys are. And we've had these now long conversations, and I've really figured it out. So I'm a little bit more sucked in than maybe everybody else. But at the same time, that song, even before I talked to you guys and I listened to it, I was really kind of sucked in by it. And I was really kind of hoping, exactly what we ended up talking about. And it is about struggle. It is about mental health. It is about, pulling through. And all those things really kind of came through for me. And you really put a good, description of it last time. And, I'm hoping that with this conversation now and, playing one more song and, everyone's heard it inadvertently, but now let's hear something else and let's see what you guys are really all about,
Oh, geez, yeah.
I'm putting that pressure on you, buddy. Let me get that 10-ton anvil on you and, put the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Corey does
right now?
amazing with
Don't.
split-second decisions, so...
Is this a decision I'm making right now?
Yeah, because I want to play it. I want to play it.
Jeez. All right.
When we're at band practice, we'll be like standing around and be like, okay, so what song haven't we played from the album yet? And we'll have to like sit and go through them all to make sure that we remember. So
yeah, what do you guys think? I'm gonna
phone
a friend.
We actually have 2 singles out right now. The second song that's out is called Levitate.
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah, but I don't want to play that one.
Okay.
So what do y'all think, guys? We have 9 more songs we can pick from. My vote is probably either Bug Seance, Brown Recluse, or Retracing Steps.
I'm gonna go with Bug Seance. That one's one of my favorites.
That one's fun.
I would say Brown Recluse, but I wouldn't be mad at Bug Seance. But
Yeah.
Which song?
Let's just do Bug
Corey,
Seance.
pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just do
Bug Seance,
let's
okay.
just do Bug Seance.
All right, Bug Seance.
Have you been trying to forget? Light the candles and join hands. Just speak the words I know you love. Whisper to you in chirps of crickets. The only language we both spoke. I can hear your voice in my head. This is hell. Is this your hell? Parasite inside my bloodstream. Is this your hell? Is this your hell? Repeating everything that you said. Is this your hell? Is this your hell? Parasite inside my bloodstream. Is this your hell? Is this your hell? The weight of your words still won't get me. The weight of your words still can't get me. The weight of your words still won't get me. The weight of your words still can't get me. So stretch me out across your board. Pin back the flaws that might embarrass you or not. Buried alive again, but you won't smother me. Have you been trying to forget? I can hear your voice in my head. This is hell. Is this your hell? Parasite inside my bloodstream. Is this your hell? Is this your hell? Hollowed out and empty house. Neck so burned skeleton. I threw my teeth about my life now. Could you tell? Could you tell? Can you tell? The weight of your words still won't get me. The weight of your words still can't get me. The weight of your words still won't get me. The weight of your words still can't get me.
All right, you guys can unmute. Oh, wow. Um. Fuck.
Tight.
That's all I gotta say. Is just fuck. Damn,
That's exactly what I was going for.
dude.
That's the response I wanted.
That the chorus has a breakdown feel to it, not just a chorus vibe. And when the first time it went through, I thought I was listening to a breakdown, and then it just punches you right in the face with that second verse, and then you go, oh, it's composed in my eyes a little bit differently than the average song, and I really fucking dug it. I mean, like I said, you could tell it was a chorus, but it felt like a breakdown, and it was just. But the lyrics on I can't even talk about it. It's yeah, fuck.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
A good part of that too is Nathan Hussey. He was very, very good at picking out like the parts of songs, not even just that one song, but in general across the album that had points where he was like, this should sound huge. Like we need to kind of shape all the tracks and like make this lead up to like these key moments. And he was great at helping us pick those out and just refine them to make them better and better each time.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly how I felt. And I was listening it to the first time, like the listeners are watching right now, or the listeners listening on the drive to their work tomorrow morning, and it's just got a vibe about it. It definitely you feel the build, and then you got that release. Like I said, it's more of a an ending breakdown than a chorus, which I really dig. It's just got a whole other vibe to it than inadvertently, and I love the complete contrasting sounds to it. It was really really good track, guys. Really fucking good track.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like, not on purpose. Well, it was on purpose when we started thinking of what order the song should be in, but we didn't realize that we kind of wrote like 4 or 5 brighter songs and then 4 or 5 like real heavy, darker songs. And so when the album drops, you'll be able to hear like the side A kind of is like, the subject matter is still not like lighthearted, but the songs are more like, you would say, like pop punk, like, emo. And then heading into the second side of the record is a lot darker and a lot heavier. And that song's from the second side of the record. So
I think it shifts a little bit. Like the beginning is bright, and then it gets really, really dark, and then it gets bright again.
Yeah,
that's true. I forgot the last song is bright too.
Yeah.
Well, even with this song, it kind of had the little bit of a brightness and then a darkness and then a brightness and a darkness. The verse, like I said, the verse versus the chorus was very, very contrasting.
Yes.
Like I said, the first time I heard it, and the first time I heard the chorus, I felt like the song was ending because it felt like a breakdown. And then you went right back into that melodic chorus. I mean, that melodic verse, and I was like, whoa! It vibed different inside me.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a. I think that's probably why I picked it. It's a little bit of a tricky one. Kind of fun, very, very different, especially structure-wise. That's something Nate made fun of me a lot about when we were in Alabama doing the vocals. Traditionally, songs have verse, chorus, like whatever bridge, and we didn't get to do that for a song until like the 5th or 6th song that we started working on. He was like, "Oh, thank God I didn't fail you as a producer, because this is a traditional song structure." I was like, "Yeah, I don't do that," but yeah, it's cool. He really leaned into it with us, and that kind of weird like structure and weird I guess content in the songs that I move around to relate to stuff everybody goes through, I think really, really worked. And yeah, huge shout out to Nate. That guy worked a billion hours on these songs with us, and he's basically like a 5th member. He's just a quiet, silent one that just works.
He's not getting paid anymore. He's not getting paid anymore.
I'll say it again though. Sorry that we got you to do an extra song, Nate.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
not to be the interviewer here, but Corey, I had, like, one of the things that I like about, like, that I talked about it last time, what drew me to the band was Corey's songwriting. And one thing that I like is his metaphors, and this song is just like full of them, obviously. So yeah, that's just more a statement, I guess, is what I wanted to say. But I like your metaphors in the song, Corey.
Hey, thanks, dude. I like bugs.
Yeah.
So now we're 3 hours and 2 minutes away from the drop. I will be awake. I'm not going to listen to the rest of the link that, I have. I'm going to wait. I'm going to put it in my Amazon. I'm going to shuffle it, and it's just I'm not going to shuffle it. I'm going to listen to it straight through, but it's going to be on my playlist going forward, and I'm going to rock that album for a couple days, man. It's
awesome.
Dude, I know I've heard the other song Levitate as well. And if you haven't heard it, go check it out now. But I've now heard 3 songs, off the album, and like most people now have. And if this is a true testament to how the rest of the album is going to feel and, breathe and, come to life, then you guys are going to be in for a treat. Because I think this is something special.
You.
This is something special.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
That means a lot.
Yeah. So, Corey, ease your nerves, bud. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, hearing that definitely helped a little bit.
Yeah. Don't drop a deuce right here, all right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was just in our video, and it was addicting.
Yeah, I don't want to get shut down. If this was only on Patreon, you could shit right here. I don't give a fuck.
There's a quote.
There's an
full
OnlyFans
quote.
link in the comments.
There's an OnlyFans link in the comments of Corey taking a shit.
Guys. I'm never gonna go on video again after this. Jesus.
No, that's not how this works. I'm gonna drag you back, and we're gonna talk about you having, you know what, for Christmas, buddy, I'm gonna buy you a bidet.
Honestly, I'll take it.
Oh, too late. Too late. We all got bidets in winter forever already.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I'm the only one that doesn't.
Dude,
Everybody else does.
you have no idea what that rocket ass filter, feels like, man. It's just it's a little bit of sensible heaven.
I've been
Well,
to
you've
Japan.
been to Japan. Yeah,
Yeah,
so he's
I've
been to Japan. So he's,
Okay, you're good then.
Yeah.
I don't know how you didn't buy one immediately on coming back from Japan. Cause
I just like feeling like hell all the time. So.
that's how you write good songs.
Yeah.
Corey, what's your secret to writing good songs? Swamp ass.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
All it takes is not owning a bidet, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
This conversation really got away from me.
Yep, swamp ass. That's exactly how you do it. I'm good with that, bud.
I did want to say, thank you to Nathan Hussey, our producer, because he really, if that's some advice I could give, not that we're like, a huge band and people are asking us for advice, but if I could give some advice to any like band starting out, it'd be, your first demos or whatever, like record them however you can, but the first thing you're going to take seriously, like no matter how long it takes, save up some money, do it right. Like hire somebody, go to a good studio and hire a producer who's actually gonna challenge you and not just be a yes man for your don't just go to your buddy. Like, unless your buddy's good, but like hire somebody who's gonna actually challenge you, and it makes a big difference.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does, especially in this day and age where, music, can be readily made at the ready, just by downloading Pro Tools and spending $150 or however much you spend on your Pro Tools, stuff, and then put out songs left and right and just upload them. And, then that's what you're competing with, is just people who are just putting them out, bumping them out, who just make computer beats. But if you can spend that extra money, put together the work, spend 2 years on this album, like you guys have, and 10 years of writing and life like Corey has, and get a good producer and mixes it right and pushes you and challenges you, like you said, the best things come out of that, and that money will come back to you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And even more than the money, like it's just releasing this. Feel already the songs that we've released feel way more artistically fulfilling to me than anything I've done in the past, and I've been in bands forever.
Yeah.
But you hate that feeling as a band where you release something and you're just not proud of it. You know what I mean? Like you're nervous to tell people to go listen because you're like, I know it's not that good. But it doesn't have to be that way. You just have to. It does take more money, but you just gotta take a little more time.
Yeah. And one of my biggest fears, and I think we talked about this last time too, with today's day and age bands of putting out full-length albums, is just kind of phoning it in and writing 2 or 3 just to get on a playlist and then just phoning in the rest, when you could have just done an EP and did the exact same thing. But from what I've heard so far, it definitely does not sound like you did that, and you guys put every bit of blood, sweat, and tears into this album, and all 10, how many, 11, 12 tracks, right? 11. All 11 tracks are just gonna hit hard. So
11 Tate. I regret saying that.
Yeah, you should.
Guys, just wow. I'm so glad we talked about doing this and we actually went through with it. It was definitely well worth it. You guys are fucking amazing, and I definitely think that you guys got something special on your hands here. What's the plan? Are you guys gonna get out and tour? Have you guys talked about anything? I mean, things are happening. What's going on with you guys?
Like we said last time we were on, we're playing Treefort in September.
Yep.
And honestly, we're kind of waiting for that to get closer to see where, like, we really like. We're chomping at the bit to book a tour. Don't get me wrong, but we're not wanting to have to book one and then cancel it. So we're just waiting until it's everybody, all these bands that we see booking shows. Once that's happening and safely, then we're gonna get on it with booking a tour. So
You need to head to DC area, East Coast, because I will be front and center.
That's a destination for us. We really wanted to head east for a while. We just haven't had the means, really, in terms of time or money, really.
Yeah.
But hopefully,
When-
we've been steadily trying to work to like get record labels interested in us to maybe kind of help us with the monetary like touring situation. And hopefully something like that will work out. But we definitely want to go out east and tour.
When you guys come to this,
absolutely.
when you guys come here, can I get up on stage with you, like dance like the Mighty Mighty Bosstones guy, and just prounce around?
I mean, you have to
Yeah.
now.
I'm just gonna do this for half an hour, 45 minutes, just dance around and just be that guy. No, in all seriousness, you guys, I cannot wait to see you guys live. I cannot see what you guys do next. I can't wait to hear the rest of the album here at midnight. Go check it out. LÄVITAS, available on all streaming platforms. The links are going to be down below. If they're not already, we'll make sure that they get posted. If you're listening on the podcast, they're already there. But if you're watching on YouTube, they're down below, or they will be. But definitely take a listen. It's going to be worth it. You guys are going to have a banger on your hands to listen over your Memorial Day weekend. Trust me.
Thank you. Thanks for all the kind words.
Yep. And thanks for having us again, man. We're stoked. Yeah, I'm just really glad that we're finally here. It's been a long time coming, but
Yeah.
still nervous.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, that's the first full length, man. It's going to be like that. But I have a good feeling about you guys, and you have good representation behind you with Mike and everything else like that. I know first thing tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up and see an email out now, and all that stuff he's going to do for you guys and everything else. It's going to be. You guys have made the right choices and the right decisions, and you guys are definitely going to make some waves. And I can't praise you guys enough, because it's really kind of awesome. It's still sitting with me, and I just want to go back and listen to it again.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
great.
Yeah.
I think we're all just kind of trying to stay humble and really just waiting for our next chance that we can get in front of an audience and like kind of share that energy with them back and forth. That's going to be, I think, what really kind of makes it hit home, for me at least, but I think it's that way for all of us.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you guys so much for coming on. Again, tonight at midnight goes live, LÄVITAS from the band Winter Forever. It's going to be a banger. Get it on your whatever you pay for or whatever you get for free with ads. I don't care. But hit that subscribe button, hit that download button, hit that add to playlist button, whatever you do. But make sure you do it tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, because you will not regret it.
Yeah, any playlist you add to or anywhere you subscribe to us helps us a ton. So that'd be amazing.
Exactly. And then keep an eye out for them on their Facebook pages, Instagram, whatever, to see where they're going to be playing. Like they said, they're going to be playing Treefort in September. But hopefully there's some other stuff coming out too. Hopefully they'll be heading to the East Coast soon, and we can rock out together and do some stuff there, and we'll see what happens. But until then, guys, good luck tonight. Don't look at the numbers until for a little bit. Don't worry about it. Corey, I'm talking to you specifically.
Corey, I'm gonna come take your laptop away.
Yeah, don't do it, guys. We've only got 20 downloads, so who cares? It's only 12:02.
Turns out Derek's the only one who likes us.
That's That could be true.
30 days, bud. 30 days. That's when you check it.
Yeah.
30 days.
Oh no, I'll check it the entire time. But
I'm sure you will.
I won't take it I won't take it seriously until 30 days.
30 days.
And then I'll be like, nobody likes this.
Well, hopefully, 50% of the listeners that listen to this show, will download it. So there's at least 25,000 there for you.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Hopefully, that's aiming high.
That'd be awesome.
50%.
be
Come
cool.
on, guys. 50%. Like 50%
Give us-
of my subscribers. Come on, you guys can do
I'll
this.
take 10. I'll take 10%.
Give us the suck it bump. Give us the suck it bump.
I'm gonna have to start doing a suck it approved stamp on my on my show. It's a suck it approved, and then start posting shit. But again, guys, this is suck it approved. Again, check it out now. I just came up with a new thing. Thanks, Chris. You appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a new thing now. It's gonna be highly sought after. This is gonna be more sought after than Oprah Book Club.
The suck it sticker.
The suck it sticker.
You've got
This
you've got I'm sucked in, and then on the other end it blows.
There you go. Yeah, the suck it rating system.
Actually, we gotta have swallowed or spit in there. I think.
Oh man, I wasn't ready for that.
we got to where we thought we wouldn't, and here we are.
Here we are again. First,
I was kind of trying to get it there, but he took it home. So.
This is the bad place.
First, it was talking about dropping deuces and dookies, and now we're talking about spitting and swallowing. Welcome to 18 and up plus, people. If you're under 18, turn it off now. But at this point, it's already too late.
Who thought that 4 males on a podcast would get to sucking and swallowing, spitting and swallowing?
It only took us, an hour and 7 minutes to get there, but hey, we got there.
Yeah.
I would like to argue that it only took 2 males. 2 of them were very quiet.
That's true, I guess.
Well, no, 3, because it was Max that kind of gave me the leeway and the segue to that part.
All right,
Yeah, I'd say I'm complicit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I tried to drag you out of that one, Max, but you're in.
Max does this thing where he leaves you at the doorstep of a inappropriate topic and then just steps back, and if you walk through the door, he's like, whoa, but I'm like, you got us there.
Yeah, I'm that guy that if you open that door just a smidge, I'm walking through it. I don't care. I will find a way to walk through that door and make it as inappropriate and dark as possible. And I think we did a good job on that. So thank you.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. And now, for everyone going to work, enjoy that moment of thought process there. And think about that throughout your day. And enjoy your Friday. Or Monday, whenever you're listening. But either way, think about how the suck it rating system of whether you spit or swallow. This is definitely a swallow. I'm done.
The greatest honor we could have hoped for.
Yeah, I mean, no, keep going. I'm not salty about it.
But it is salty when it goes down.
Oh no.
I did it again! Fuck! Damn it, Max! Alright, we need to close it out now because I think I've crossed the line. Yeah. So again, everyone check out the new album. We're coming out tonight at midnight, LÄVITAS, from the band Winter Forever. Again, it's going to be a banger. Blast it, blare it at your fucking barbecue on Monday, and let everybody know, who the newest fucking, kings of the streets are, at least in Boise. And that is Winter Forever.
Ooh, Kings of the Streets, Boise. I like that title.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Again, thank you guys. I can't wait to listen to it and everybody else do the same thing. But again, thank you guys so fucking much for being here. You guys included, at home, on the drive to work, on the way home from work, whatever you are listening or watching. Give this a listen. You won't regret it. But until tomorrow, Guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and as always, stay fucking heavy. Rocking out LÄVITAS. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.